Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your April 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Sagittarius and take a look at all things related to career, finances, wealth, abundance, and income. Just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Sagittarius, what I'm getting here intuitively is that you have been really trying to manifest. You've been talking to your angels, your guides, or you've been trying to stay positive about your situation, but sometimes that's easier said than done. I am sensing financial relief coming for you in the month of April. So in the recent past, you do have the Feather card. This is talking about abundance, finding solutions to any money obstacles or challenges. It's about divine intervention. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Wheel of Fortune showing up in your reading. I'm also getting a little bit of Four of Swords. So there could be some R&R, rest and retreat, recovery, downtime, or maybe even vacation that you've recently been through. This is talking about travel, light work. Maybe you've been undecided about an opportunity that is showing up for you in the past, or it's something that you're contemplating in the past. Should I stay in this job position? Should I look elsewhere? Should I build my own business? Should I continue trying to find what works in my line of business here? So I'm just getting, you've been asking the questions, and divine intervention is at play. There's something going on here behind the scenes that maybe you weren't able to necessarily see at that time, but I'm also getting Ace of Swords energy. So more clarity coming in here for you, Sagittarius. I do feel for a lot of you, it has been a struggle financially to either make ends meet or for you to be able to finally reward yourself with a little bit of downtime, whether that is a trip, a vacation, or just taking a few days off of work. Because I'm getting here the word burnout. So some of you may have felt burnt out in your line of work, or even if you were in a spiritual position or a job that you've loved, I do feel that you may have taken a step back. Now, in the month of April, you have the Rose. This is about financial relief, being content, being in loving care. I feel like you are seeing proof and evidence that you are divinely protected and supported. Now, some of you may also be in a supportive role where you take care of others. Perhaps you're a caregiver. You could be a counselor, a guide, a therapist, a coach, a mentor, or this is about having job security and your business is either growing, your reputation is starting to really grow or blossom. I'm getting here that something is opening back up, just like a rose here. I'm getting that it may have been, you may have been going through a little bit of a lull, whether this was within your career. Maybe that lull was caused because of burnout, maybe lack of motivation, maybe you didn't feel inspired. They're actually showing me the Ace of Wands here in reverse. So I do feel like you've wanted to hit that go button, but you may have been too exhausted to do so. And when I say go button, I mean feeling inspired, feeling good, making more money, having those creative, new, inventive ideas. Now, some of you started to already flip that switch because you did take a little bit of time out, but if you haven't gotten to that point yet, it's going to be important for you to take some rest in order for you to feel rejuvenated and fully show up for your life. But something is growing here. It's starting to take off. And even though you see the rose, which yes, there can be a lot of thorns in the process, right? There can be a lot of challenges along the way. But I feel like there's something you're able to finally say, I've achieved this milestone. I've hit this goal. It's going to allow you to stop and smell the roses. Now, in the near future, there's some sort of commitment showing up here. This looks really beautiful. This is long-term investments, financial commitments. You may be partnering up with a new business, a coworker, a partnership here, and working together to create a fulfilling career that's not just based on financial stability and financial freedom, but emotional wealth as well. So I'm excited to see where this reading goes for you. Let's take a look and start off with the heart of the matter. What is the main energy for you in the month of April? Again, I was seeing that Ace of Wands. I'm getting a little bit of that Four of Swords, but some sort of celebratory energy as well. Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Three of Cups. So let's see what's showing up here for you. Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is reciprocity. The sixes are all about problem solving, harmony, loyalty, and responsibility. So when the Six of Pentacles show up, you're seeing that you're being compensated in some way, form, or fashion in the physical world. So maybe you finally got that job that pays a little bit more, or maybe it doesn't pay more, but it pays more in mental health. So what that means is some of you may have been mentally exhausted or physically exhausted in your current line of work, and you get a new position. Maybe it pays less, but it actually balances out because it's not as mentally or physically taxing on your health. Six of Pentacles is also that reciprocity, like we said, where you may be working with another person to work smarter, not harder. I'm also getting that someone may have been on maternity leave, or someone may have taken a leave of absence, whether that was you or someone you've worked with, Sagittarius. And I feel like someone's either coming back to help pick up the slack, or you may have slipped into their role here, but I feel like help is on the way. And that's what I'm getting with this financial relief. So Six of Pentacles, it's very interesting the way that the author created this specific card, because it can be about being taken advantage of. The Six of Pentacles, you can see this beautiful water buffalo is offering this bird, and you can see the bird on the top of the water buffalo, and the bird says to the buffalo, if you take me across the water, if you let me ride on your head, I will make sure that no bugs, no ticks, nothing comes in, right? And so it'll be a win-win. You take me and I help you, you help me. But what happens is over time, you can see there that bird starts to peck and peck and peck at the water buffalo's head, and it starts to turn into a scab, and it's not a good deal for that water buffalo. So at first, something may have been a good deal, right? You may have taken the deal because you thought it was going to pay out mentally, physically, emotionally. And then over time, it's like you may have been taken advantage of. I feel like you're finding a balance in what that is. And you're either telling the bird to get off, right? To fly away, go find new opportunities. This could be you shooing that bird away, saying, sorry, no deal. It's not working out for me anymore. So whatever it is you're doing, you're finding and creating balance within your career, your finances, your wealth, because you don't want to be taken advantage of. And if you're not being compensated for a deal or for your efforts, I feel like you are speaking up, you're doing something about it, you're finding solutions, or you're going off on a new direction where you're going to partner up with the right type of energies. In this case, this one's wrong, right? So there's something here that you may have been leaving behind. Maybe you did leave behind in the past, but I feel like there's a new partnership coming in that's not going to take you for this ride in a negative way. So let's clarify the Six of Pentacles showing up here for you, Sagittarius. Six of Pentacles. What do we have for Sag? I'm just getting here that some of you had to check in with yourself, and that one fell right out here, but I'm getting you had to check in because someone may have felt exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, even spiritually. And I've been coming across that energy a lot lately where everyone is needing just a little bit of that R&R, that Four of Swords, some downtime to recover, recuperate, and rejuvenate so you can fully show up for your soul purpose. Three of Wands. Expansion of new opportunities coming in. You have a goal in mind. You have an idea of where you would like to be and how to get there in a sense, right? But sometimes we have to plan, we have to learn, we have these challenges, we have these obstacles, and we may not even know sometimes that the deal we're in is less than, right? Until it starts to form that wound, right? We don't realize that we're being taken advantage of until sometimes we look at it from a different angle and we say, wow, right? This is something that I was not expecting. They're really taking advantage. They're getting a free ride here, not pulling their weight. Three of Wands is about you finally being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is about your hard work paying off. your patience, your optimism. It is about a return on your investment. And she can not only see that her ships are coming in, but she's holding it in her hand. So I feel like you have some really wonderful new opportunities coming in that's going to help you expand financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So really wonderful energy starting off. Let's take a look, Sagittarius, at the block or the challenge that you may be up against in the month of April and how we can help you navigate through it. Sagittarius, what do we have here for the challenge, please? All right, the devil. The devil is literally this bird that may be taking advantage. And maybe, again, it may feel like it's taxing on your own health because I keep getting that exhaustion. So there's some sort of tie, some sort of pull with this devil energy, right? Whether it's manipulation, whether it's fear, whether it's obsession, materialism, codependency. The devil, you can see, is classified here by this jackalope, which is an illusion, which is a mystical creature. Really, you may feel like this jackalope has some sort of hold over you, but in reality, you can cut the cords. I like to see this devil actually in your challenge because the devil in reverse is all about reclaiming your power, freeing yourself from a situation that's not reciprocated, right? If you're not being equally compensated, you're asking for what you need. If you're not getting it, if a person says, sorry, we can't give you this promotion, well, I need a promotion, so I'm going to look elsewhere. You know, or if this is someone saying we expect you to work more but get paid less or get paid equal, you're saying, well, that's not going to work for me. It's taxing mentally, physically, emotionally. I need there to be some sort of incentive, but I also need to take care of myself. So you're making decisions to free yourself from fears. I feel someone around you. I feel like this could be a boss for some of you. For others of you, this is your own a mental story of fears around money, obsessions around a situation here. But I do feel with this divine intervention, you're either being cut off or you're seeing some sort of triggers, patterns, or habits, even within your own self, Sagittarius, so you can heal them, so you can grow in your finances, in your I'm getting health for a lot of you, financial health, financial wealth. Remember, self-worth equals that net worth. And so a lot of you, your mental health isn't worth the strain. Okay, remember that. I just had something come up early this morning where Spirit was giving me, you can either pay for your wellness now, which is a quote, or pay for your illness later, right? You can either invest, either invest in your wellness now or pay for your illness later. So yes, it may seem like you're getting money, but is it worth the physical, mental, emotional stress that you may be enduring or it may be causing you? Let me take a look because I feel like this devil energy, Capricorn, some of you may be dealing with, I feel like this is someone else around you, but for some of you as well, it can be your own mind, your own thoughts. Ace of Swords. There's that breakthrough that I was feeling in the beginning. There's going to be clarity showing up here. And right now, there was miscommunication or will be. This can be indecision. You're not quite sure. Someone may have said something negative, misleading as well. They're giving me the word misleading. So they may have said, yeah, we'll hire you. And in 60 days, we'll give you a review and we'll bump you up a pay. And I feel like that never happens. Or someone may have given you the sugar-coated end of an interview and said, this is what it entails. This is how great it is, right? It's like a new relationship. You go into the new relationship putting your best face forward. But if you were true and authentic and genuine and real, right, you may not feel like that person would want to have a relationship with you. And I feel like that's kind of what happened here in this position where they gave all the great things, but failed to mention some of the negative things about the job or what it entails. And it got the best of you here. So Ace of Swords is clearing up any miscommunication, but also you can see in this Ace of Swords that she's holding the key. So for those of you that have been going through a lot of mental turmoil, and this devil energy is your own negative self-talk, your own limiting beliefs, and your own stress, worries, and anxieties, you hold the key here to eradicating that, eliminating it, pushing through it, or at least figuring out where it came from, why it's there, and to get to the root of the problem so you can heal it, feel it, and remove it. All right, so let's take a look, Sag, and see what's below you. What's the foundation for Sagittarius when it comes to finances, wealth, abundance, and money? Some of you may have been cut off. They're giving me a cut off energy, and it really affected your confidence. So some of you may have been a little bit not triggered, but when I had mentioned earlier, self-worth equals net worth, you may have thought, what comes first, right? The chicken or the egg, because you felt like your confidence was good and then maybe something got cut off or it was delayed and then it took a hit to your confidence and then, you know, you'd already lost the money by then. But I'm getting here that you're seeing a challenge or a struggle for what it was, and now you're able to work through those emotions, through the feelings, through the setbacks. The Chariot. You have this energy of success built within your DNA. And actually, I think it was Libra. If you have maybe some Libra placement, Sagittarius, in your chart, you may want to check out that reading as well, because the Chariot has this drive, this motivation. When you look at this badger, right, he's fierce. He has that distinct energy about moving forward, and he's not letting external influences stop him, right? He has directions, he has choice, he's staying logical, but he's also leading with the heart, because you can see the heart here and you can see the chickens in the background. So he's pushing through fear, he's pushing through the energies here of not being afraid to do something and putting all of his energy into it here. So when this Cancerian energy shows up, this is about your drive, your direction, moving forward, especially if you tend to feel a little bit indecisive or you weren't sure about how to move forward. Remember this, that you do have success built within your DNA, built within your foundation, built within your energy. So whatever you chose to do here on earth, within your career sector, within your finances, of course, you're going to have challenges. Yes, there may have been struggles, but you will succeed as long as you stay consistent with it and push through those insecurities and push through those fears. I'm also getting here that some of you may have had issues with the vehicle. You may have had to buy a new vehicle. Some of you, your vehicle broke down, or this could be you're a driver, a bus driver, a Uber driver, or a semi driver as well. Let's take a look and clarify the Chariot, please. What is going on for the Chariot for Sagittarius? Some of you have a long commute to work as well. I'm just getting a longer commute or a longer travel time, and that may have been something that was exhausting you. You didn't have extra time, because I'm getting somewhat of energy of like 2 to 3 hours round trip, which is a lot of time to be in a vehicle, right? And it doesn't give you a lot of extra time with family or for social things of that nature. Yeah, and it took a lot of strength here for you. I'm also getting that some of you have had to deal with the downside of the Chariot, which is what we just talked about: indecisiveness, lack of direction, lack of ambition, lack of motivation, and you felt failure instead of success at times. But it's been here to test you, because ultimately what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? In a sense, what tests you, actually you can grow and have that be the catalyst for your success. Like I always say, you can choose to become better or bitter. The choice is yours. Whatever you believe in is going to be true for you, but you've certainly been through a lot. All right, let's take a look at the past and how it may still be showing up for your present. What's happened in the past here for Sagittarius? Okay, this name has come up before. I haven't heard it in a while, but they're giving me the name Xavier. Xavier, Xavier, I believe, Xavier. Please take that as it resonates. It could be someone you work with, a child, your name, or a street. King of Pentacles, working on your stability, working on your finances. You're not afraid to put in hard work, Sagittarius. You're not afraid to build your empire. Some of you are financial advisors, property experts, real estate agents or brokers, business investors. But I'm also sensing that there's someone around you that may have been seeking status. They may have been money hungry, materialistic, or even unprofessional. And it took a little jab to your finances or to your confidence. Some of you may have been in a real estate transaction where someone around you was quite greedy or quite stingy with their teachings or with their They're sharing their knowledge. I'm just getting that this devil energy could be someone around you. And this could even be a belief that you've incorporated around money, and it's actually limited you or hindered you from achieving more. Whatever that more is for you, whether it's emotional wealth, whether it's financial wealth, whether it's freedom, liberation. Let's take a look. There's that Ace of Wands showing up in reverse that I mentioned earlier. So this is about creative blocks, burnout, lack of energy. You want a new sense of direction when it comes to how to build your stability. You want to feel inspired. You want to feel passionate. You want to feel creative and reinvent yourself from the inside out, right? Something that's going to bring about a lot of happiness, success, and you can chase those dreams and have money doing it as well. Have that money coming in, being reciprocated for the energy and work that you're putting out into the universe. So I'm glad that the cards that Spirit was giving me earlier are showing up, because it's clarifying that you are heading towards some sort of relief. You're supported, you are protected, and you have some long-term financial commitments showing up that are going to pay off. Some of you may even be purchasing property that's going to pay off even more over time. For others of you, you may be shuffling or doing something with your money, even speaking to a financial professional. Let's take a look at what's in your headspace. Sagittarius, what are you manifesting? What's coming in for you? The Lovers. The Lovers is all about making decisions from the heart. It is about you being in a balanced union, right? And we see that showing up in the near future. The Lovers energy here, Gemini, is all about a balanced decision that you decide to make when it comes to your partnerships, your career. It's interesting too, and I've been telling the story behind this Lovers. When the author created this card, she used the Scorpions, because Scorpions, when they are looking for their mate, for their partner, the male does a little bit of a jig, right? A little bit of a dance, a mating dance. And if the female doesn't like that dance, she will either kill the male, or she just wanders off. She doesn't want to get tied in with this situation. So this is energy here, where if you are not loving the choice that you are making, if you are not loving what it is that you do, I feel like you are walking away from it, or you're cutting it off, right? If it doesn't feel balanced, if it doesn't feel like it's a right fit, you know, it may sting, right? Being let go, whether it was a tower moment, whether someone let you go, or maybe you walked away in the past because you knew that in order to gain prosperity and abundance, you had to let a limiting belief go, let some sort of pattern, a dynamic, a job, a person, a situation, an event, you had to leave it behind. And I feel like you are growing and you've evolved even more so, because you do have that moth in the background, and that moth can represent growth and transformation. You've shed some sort of old skin here with the snake, and I feel like you're partnering up with the right type of company, with the right type of business ideas for yourself to grow. You're partnering up with your higher self, and you're really trusting your intuition. I'm getting intuitive guidance as well, really strong for you, Sagittarius. So a lot of you are going within for answers. You may even be meditating more. You may be in the profession where you may be an intuitive. You may be doing cards. You may start your own YouTube channel. There's something here where you are sharing your knowledge, and you're going to grow as well. But make sure that you disconnect from energy that's not aligned with yours. If it tends to pull you down, drain you, exhaust you, that is something you need to really pay attention to. Is it right for you? Is it something that you can just veer at from a distance? But I'm getting that there's fulfilling work and career here for you. There's the Ace of Cups, something that's going to bring emotional wealth, not just financial wealth, okay? And that may have been a struggle for you in the past. Do I make a decision based on logic or based on heart? And I feel like you know something didn't work in the past because it may have taken a hit to your health, or your mental health, physical, emotional, spiritual. New beginning on the horizon here. This is an opportunity for you to have that soul quenching renewal that we talked about earlier, and to make decisions from the heart. Shed the old, make way for new. If you are questioning here, should you move in a new direction, or should you take that job offer? Should you build that business? Anything that is going to feel more aligned, if you are already pulled towards that direction, but you may be humming and hawing, questioning, wondering if that's the best option, that's just the devil energy coming in saying you will fail, you will not be good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not going to make enough money. Whatever the devil is whispering in your ear, it's not true. It's an illusion. It is, it is you being conditioned by society or by that little voice in your head that tends to give you the negative self-talk, the one that's constantly trying to determine left or right, right? This is about you moving forward. I say yes, go for those new things. Don't let that devil whisper no in your ear. Let's take a look here and see what's showing up in the near future. What do we have? And then there's that Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. So all of those cards out here that we talked about in the beginning, the Wheel of Fortune is about your luck and fortune, destiny intervening, divine intervention, which we talked about with the feathers. And if you actually look there, there's 4 owls, I believe, or there's an owl in each corner. And owls bring clarity. They bring wisdom. There's snakes. Snakes shed their skin. So you're shedding your skin here, making way for new. You see the spiders, which represent the vibe of all things, right? The energy, the life of all things, but also creativity. There's a web spinning here for you to catch what it is that you want in the middle of your web. Law of attraction. So keep those thoughts powerful. Keep those thoughts in a higher frequency. I am attracting wealth. I have what it takes to succeed. I am successful. I am worthy, right? Instead of letting those negative beliefs or thoughts of, I will never, I'm broke. I will not amount to anything. This business is going to fail. These people are bad. Yes, we can acknowledge those things, and it's important to have that awareness. But when you start to be repetitive, and that's where that devil energy is a repetitive cycle or pattern that eventually sticks with us, and then we start to see that it shifts our outer world. That's what that devil can be as well sometimes. Let's take a look and clarify the wheel. The wheel is all about a turning point in your life, not repeating that cycle, which we just talked about. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please, for Sagittarius. King of Swords. This is the female version of the King of Swords here, but it doesn't matter if you're female or male. This King of Swords is clever, very intelligent, very logical, very experienced. They will share their knowledge. And remember earlier we talked about someone maybe not sharing their ideas or sharing their knowledge because they may have felt like they were too proud, too good, very unprofessional. They knew things. And that could be this devil energy as well, where they kept things secretive or hidden. They were not trustworthy. The King of Swords is a brand new direction where you can have trust within this union. Whatever this union is here for you, you can trust that your finances will be safe or you'll have stability. You can talk to this professional. I'm just getting this new energy here of someone doesn't want to play games and they'll tell you how it is, but you can trust this new energy that you are spinning towards, that you've actually caught within your web because you've put out that frequency here of wanting honesty, wanting trust, wanting freedom, wanting liberation, wanting that reciprocity, and you're seeing it coming in here for you. Let's take a look at what you're telling yourself. What are you feeling at this time, Sag? How are you doing? All right, how are you doing? Okay, we have the 3 of Swords in reverse and we have the 7 of Wands in your energy here. So something may have felt a little bit disappointing. You see the elephant tusks have gone right through the heart. So there was a challenging situation. It could be money, financial recovery. Someone was lied to. Someone was misled. And the challenge this month is for you to release that disappointment, that hurt, that pain, that obsession, right? Something that had been very difficult for you to go through. It's in your energy, so you're aware of it. But the 3 of Swords in reverse is you healing from it. And what comes after the 3 of Swords? That 4 of Swords that we've talked about, which is healing financial problems here, forgiveness. It can be that someone spoke some malicious words to you, and that's what I was getting here with that Ace of Swords. Whether it was the devil or whether it's yourself, but you are becoming aware of a situation here, or aware of, I don't want to say the why of why it happened, but you are realizing that it was a projection or that it was redirection, that it really didn't have anything to do necessarily with you. Okay, because I feel that a lot of you had to deal with some sort of rejection, loss, or again, disappointment, but you're healing that. You're recovering from that. You're reclaiming your power in a very big way. Let's clarify this. And why? How? Because you have the Seven of Wands showing up next. That's in your environment. So even though you've been on the defense, you've been on the edge, or you've been in a situation where you feel like you had to fight or flight, that's about to shift here, because you are dealing with the energies at hand. And once you feel them, heal them, deal with them, you're able to move on from them. There's the Lovers again. You have it in your mind to make choices from the heart, right? You have it in your mind that regardless of some sort of difficulty or setback, loss, foreclosure, bankruptcy, anything that you've been through that was negative, hopefully it wasn't that extreme, but for a lot of you, it may have been. This is about using that beautiful heart of yours to move forward and attract someone who's truthful, who's honest, who's going to help you, partner up with you, or guide you. Even this could be even the energies of you getting clear, you trusting in your higher self, right? Because you can see this bird and this human together, combining energies. So this is you partnering up, allying with the universe to create magic in your world. Something that you felt like you lost. Help you connect to your intuition. Something that you may have felt like you've lost. Now we have the Seven of Wands. You can see this gator. He's on land with his wand. And he has 6 other gators in the water. And gators can be very territorial. Maybe it's a crocodile, one of the two. They're very territorial, and they may feel like they're constantly on edge, right? Like, should I go in the water? Should I stay on land? Do I go in and feel the pressure from all angles? Because of course, those gators are going to be looking for a fight, because they're going to be defensive. This is their land. They're all on guard. Or can I push through, heal it, deal with it, non-conform, protect what is mine? And maybe that space was yours, right? Maybe that energy is yours in the first place. Maybe you believe that you deserve to be there as well. Standing up for your beliefs, going the distance, and defending yourself, Sagittarius. So I feel like you are taking a stand. I just heard here, this is interesting. I just heard, and it's not Martin Luther King Day, but I just heard loud and clear, I have a dream. I have a dream. So some of you, this is about you heading towards that dream and not letting anyone, anything, any thought, any pattern stop you or hinder your dream or your success. You're going to push through it regardless of how many people feel like they're coming at you, what energies show up, because you have the strength. You have what it takes. Okay. And you have that heart that is leading the way here. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands, please. Seven of Wands for Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay, you're healing it. You're pushing through it. You're feeling the pain, and you're doing it anyway. Okay, and I feel that it doesn't mean you're going in with guns shooting, blaring, right? It doesn't mean that you are taking a negative stance, but I feel like you're claiming what's yours. Whether it's your idea, someone may have sold your idea, I just heard as well. Someone may have copied you. There may have been something with infringement or copyright. Someone may have been tagged. I don't know. Okay, you may have felt like you had a wonderful idea and didn't get credit for it. Okay, someone may have taken credit away from you and it disappointed you. So let's take a look at the hopes and fears. What are the hopes and fears? I'm just getting here credit for your work. Knight of Wands. The hope here with this Knight of Wands is that you are brave enough to move forward. And you absolutely are. You're a warrior, Sagittarius. This is you. You're action-oriented. You're instinctual. You are a leader. You will get things done. The fear is, what if I'm too reckless, right? What if I'm in and out, or I'm impulsive? And we just talked about that a little bit as well. And I feel like you're going to claim what's yours. You're not going to conform, but it's because you're protecting what you believe to be true for you, right? This is Knight of Wands. You have everything you need. Just like this Wolverine has everything they need for their dreams to manifest, to succeed, to grow. Make sure you believe in the Wolverine spirit within. Make sure you believe in yourself, because some of you lost or there was lack of belief, or you lost, you felt like you lost your own sense of self. Okay, there was something that disappointed you and or felt difficult for you to go through or understand. But look at that Wheel of Fortune. You have double king energy, King of Wands, King of Swords, both females. Some of you may be dealing with either, I mean, it could be king. This is both the feminine version of the king in this deck. And King of Swords is showing up twice here. And this could be you taking a stance and building your dream, going off on your own, using your logical mind, but also leading with the heart, because that's where miracles happen. So many people get in that headspace where they are over analytical. They're very logical. They don't necessarily love what it is that they're doing, but they push through regardless, and they put up that strong exterior, right? Others just go for what they want, and they can blend the beauty of what makes them happy, what's financially liberating, and they can go with more flow. When this King of Wands shows up, he takes charge of his destiny. He is an active, passionate, goal-oriented, driven leader. This is you, right? This is you combining that King of Swords energy, being trustworthy, staying true to yourself, but leading with the heart. So you're blending the balance of both. And that's going to lead to that Emperor energy as well. Let's take a look at the final outcome when it comes to career. Some of you may be dealing with other people as well. And I am sensing that trust may have been breached. It's important for you to trust your intuition if something feels off with this Three of Swords. But also I'm getting a renewed sense of trust where if someone new is coming in here, if there's a new financial partnership or a long-term investment, it's important for you to stay open. But also I'm getting here rebuilding some sort of trust. Five of Wands, staying determined. Five of Wands is a really great depiction of this card here, because this beaver, when he builds a dam, when he builds his stability, when he builds a home, he is pushed against tethered waters, right? Forceful waters. He can get stuck in places that he didn't even know existed, right? He can struggle. Sometimes those waters are wretched. Sometimes they can bring in a lot of turmoil. But the good news is he's actually going to partner up in a sense with what's going on in his environment. He's going to partner up and say, I need to build this home. I need to build this stability. So whatever comes at me, I'm going to collaborate and work with you the best I can, River, right? I'm going to work with you, River. So even though you may have these things coming at me from every which way, I am going to thrive. I'm going to build upon my stability. I'm going to find the log that may be jammed underneath something and I need to work extra hard to get it out. But maybe there's another beaver that comes along and can help. And I feel like that's the case here. And you may have felt like you were a busy beaver lately, trying to really get things done. And if you've been on your own, or if you've been doing something independently, I'm getting that you have help along the way. That, for example, if there were treacherous waters, and I hope you're following me symbolically here, if there were treacherous waters or difficulties that you've had to face when it comes to building your own stability, Sagittarius, I feel like someone is coming in to help you finish or build your dam, regardless of external influences that come towards you. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. Five of Wands isn't necessarily just about, conflict. When the Five of Wands comes in, it can be about friendly debates. It can be about opposing views. Maybe it's not a badger that comes in. Let's say it is, I don't know, a huge snapping turtle, right? Maybe a snapping turtle, and the badger would think, or excuse me, the beaver would think, wow, that snapping turtle would never help you out. But maybe it's a part of the process, part of, the growth or the plan, where that snapping turtle comes in and is able to snap off a branch that was stuck underneath a rock that beaver wouldn't have been able to get by themselves. So I do feel like there's some sort of help coming in from an unexpected source that maybe you wouldn't think you could trust, but then out of the blue, right? This person comes in and helps you out and you're thinking, wow, thanks. I wasn't expecting that, but we're going to work together for this. So that's what I'm feeling. Eight of Cups, you're moving towards your Nine of Cups, moving towards your wish fulfillment. Also, you see the ladybug here. She's wearing this ladybug suit. And everything is partnered up but her. And she's heading towards a new partnership. I absolutely feel that. But ladybugs can also represent not taking life so seriously. It can be about you having a little bit more fun, enjoying the journey instead of just the solution. Enjoy walking the path, even if it feels a little bit rocky, because you can see her path. It looks very narrow, and she's heading into the unknown. But what's in the unknown is that Nine of Cups. She may not know that that Nine of Cups is coming in, but if she leads intuitively and she has fun along the way, Sagittarius, this is you having your wishes come true, right? Being able to manifest what it is that you want within your career, within your finances, your wealth. So enjoy the ride. There's partnerships coming. That moon can help you, light your way. You can trust your intuition to lead the way until you partner up or find that cup. Okay, very powerful. So let's take a look here and get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I will read the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have here for the Wisdom of the Oracle? Sagittarius. Oh, you do want that one. You have orphaned here, but I feel that you are, yes, you're venturing out. Yes, you felt like you were a little bit left behind, abandoned, rejected. It is card 5, and that's your final outcome as well. Five of Wands. So yes, you felt the change. Yes, you felt the conflict, but you are overcoming those obstacles in a very, very big way. And you're trusting in your intuition, and I feel like there's help along the way. Recovery. This can be a sense of loss, identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in or a need to belong. It can be about uncertainty in your place in the world. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you will experience true prosperity. I'm going to read to you the shadow card. I really like this version as well. Like it says, be truthful, be authentic, and be you. And like we mentioned with the Lovers, if it doesn't jive with your energy, if it's not a connection, if it's not collaborating, I feel that you can bring in that presence. You can uplift the vibration. You don't have to stay within that drama, okay? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Even if you are stuck in that job or that career at this time until you're able to manifest something new, you don't have to be caught up in that energy. And so many people think that they have to be, or they're a part of it because it exists among them. But when they shift internally, that's when that game changes. The protection message is this. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because it's too threatening to come together with someone. Maybe a lack of trust, betrayal, or that trigger of abandonment. It also warns against creating inappropriate structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships or jobs or careers are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. Oh, wow. I feel very, very powerful with that protection message. Don't abandon yourself was the biggest thing that I got and I heard from that. So let's take a look and get a few messages here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Sagittarius, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to tune in to that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it's an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Sagittarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter each and every one of you that comment into that free monthly reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Oh my goodness, I really love this because they're showing me that you've had this before. You actually have the swan. Time for a deep dive. And I thought I seen here the swan in one of your images. It may have been from the other card, but I feel like you have the swan here, and this is about more serenity, more peace, but you have to go in. Now, some of you may be 60 years old, 49, 42, or have a birthday on the 1st, a life path of 1, or you may be in a personal year 1. And for those of you that want more information on personal years, I'll link that in the description box below for your convenience. All right, spirit animal swan says time for a deep dive. Go within. Really take a look at what's working, what's not. Is your health a priority? Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional? Or have you abandoned that piece of yourself? We have here, otter, you are never alone. Yes, you are never alone. This is partnership. You can see the two beautiful otters there together. They are linked, just like with this ring. You're going to see that physical evidence of not being alone in the near future. And I feel like this is going to help you with some sort of financial commitments, long-term growth, and towards a more fulfilling future when it comes to your career. You have ant spirit, time to collaborate. Teamwork makes the dream work. There is a missing piece that is finally being discovered. And I feel like you are partnering up. These ants, they work hard, right? They work hard for their queen bee. And I feel like you are working hard, but you're also finding a new puzzle piece to add. And I feel like that's going to really help you collaborate. Literally, that's what we were talking about with the 5 of Wands. This is all about collaboration. It is about coming together. Even unexpected sources can help, whether it's that snapping turtle, whether it is an otter, or whether you are allying with the forces of, you know, the universe, which in this case, it's the river. And sometimes that river feels like it's out of control, but you're going to do what you need to do to bring in your stability. And along the way, here comes help. So be sure that you are opening your heart to receiving. Because rabbit spirit says this is a lucky time, right? This is a really good time for fortune. You have the rabbit showing up here. You have the wheel of fortune. So this is a turning point when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career. A lot of you are getting that raise. You're catching that lucky break. You are building a business. You will not abandon yourself. And some of you may have felt that way. And I did get that in the beginning here, especially with the 3 of Swords showing up here and the Devil. You may have felt abandoned. You may have felt like you've left yourself. Some of you felt like you were left alone from spirit, right? You've been praying, you've been hoping, wishing, wanting guidance. There's divine intervention happening here. And so you will realize and understand that you were never left alone, okay, with that abandonment. All right, last but not least, let's get a crystal, gemstone, fossil, mineral, and see which one can help you towards your path of abundance in the month of April. What do we have here for Sagittarius, please? I'm getting green. Green can really help you. That's that heart chakra as well. So for those of you that struggle with opening up that heart to receiving abundance, or if you feel like there's some sort of forgiveness here, you have amethyst. Amethyst, excuse me, amethyst is card, excuse me. I'm going to go back to the green here for a moment. Spirit is saying, go back to the green. So green could be green adventuring. Green can be, I even have this beautiful piece of ruby and zoisite. So some of you may be wearing a green crystal, you have a green crystal, or also amethyst can help you connect to the divine. The 4 is the Emperor energy. And remember earlier we talked about those kings coming together to create that Emperor vibe, that structure, that power, that leadership. Now, when this shows up for you, this is all about familiarity. It's about old patterns that need to be released, and that's what that devil energy can be as well. It is about unconscious habits, and the prosperity message, Sag, is this. Playing it safe can mean not taking risks, or paradoxically taking big risks to create that familiar and comfortable drama. Are you aware of some money habits that are ready to be questioned and changed so that you can get off the roller coaster of, oh no, it's a disaster, or oh yes, I'm on a roll and everything is going fantastic? Or are you afraid to even look at your relationship with finances because you don't trust yourself to be able to build your wealth? Amethyst is here to urge you to give up the drama and fear and simply pay attention to your patterns related to prosperity. Trust that wealth is your natural state. The universe is supporting you in making the inner changes you need so that the outer conditions can begin to reflect your new state. Free yourself to enjoy the wealth you deserve by breaking the old chains of old habits. When we meditate with amethyst, beautiful souls, this can help us release attachments, and that's exactly what that devil is, as the challenge. So I love that amethyst is showing up here for you, because you can, if you struggle with whatever this devil energy is, utilize amethyst. Wear it with you. Wear it around your neck, in your pocket, in your purse, in your shoe, in your bra, wherever, because it can help you detach. Remember what we said earlier, not my circus, not my monkeys. And you may be wondering, well, Melissa, how can I detach when I'm in the, excuse me, when I'm in the middle of that situation? You can detach with the help here of amethyst. Meditating with this clears the mind of extraneous thoughts, disengaging us from that busyness of our daily lives, and it offers us the opportunity to connect with spirit. It's a wonderful stone to explore and connect more with our intuitive abilities. So for those of you that felt like you were abandoned from spirit, or your intuition may have left you, that was never the case here. You just felt a little bit disconnected because of outer conditions. You have a beautiful new role, a beautiful new fortune, a beautiful new vibe coming in for you with this Wheel of Fortune. So keep that heart open. There's partnerships, there's collaboration. Healing the old patterns is what this 3 of Swords is all about as well. Healing the old patterns, healing the old dynamic. Maybe you were rejected or abandoned in the past, or someone stole your work, your idea, you couldn't trust this person, and you may have carried it with you into this new energy, but it doesn't belong there, because this is a new vibration, a new frequency, and you don't need to hold on to it any longer. So cut that cord, cut that attachment, Sagittarius. A brand new beautiful beginning is coming in. Don't abandon yourself. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share. It does certainly help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to drop your power animals in the comment box below. And if you haven't already and you are vibing with this energy, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell. Lots of love, Sag.